Last Kingdom Season 1 Episode 4. We're in Episode 4, y'all. Before I start, just a quick update on the Euphoria show. I've had a few copyright issues, so you guys might see Euphoria drop by sometime next weekend now, as I'm dropping this. Well, not next weekend, by this weekend, as I'm dropping this one today. I'm out of breath because I was setting up everything. I was running back and forth upstairs. But yeah, we're back with The Last Kingdom Season 1 Episode 4. And what happened last time? Yeah, Uhtred proved himself to Alfred and Aethelred when they went up against the against Abba and Guthrum's Vikings. Basically, when they were raiding, I think it was Winchester. Yeah, they were raiding. Well, they were trying to raid Winchester, but Uhtred proved that his information was correct about Guthrum trying to raid Winchester without Alfred without Alfred and Aethelred expecting them somehow, because they said they were going to attack in the spring or something like that, but they didn't. They were going to attack within the next few days of them being there. So yeah, the information was right. They were victorious against the Vikings, but there was a casualty. Well, is it a casualty or is that a death? Because casualties are normally injured, aren't they? But yeah, Aethelred got axe went through Aethelred's back, or was it his chest? I can't quite remember now, because this was last week when we watched it. But yeah. Aethelred got took down in battle, and when they came back, he pretty much died. He was still somewhat alive when they came back, but due to blood loss or something, I think he died in the end. While all this is going on, Otter, I think his name's Otter, or is it Otter? I don't know. Him and Aethelwald. Is it Aethelwald or Aethelworld? I don't know how to say that dude's name. But the son of Aethelred, they were plotting in the background. They were like, "Yo, just tell the people that your father swore said you're the next in line to take the throne or something." And Aethelwald was like, yeah, that's a good idea and such. So he kind of did that. He went into where they were nursing Aethelred, and he said to everyone yeah, my father said I should be next in charge and all that. So you guys should keep that in mind, that I'm in charge now. And then I think it's Otter's father. Is his name Otter as well? Or I could be wrong. But yeah, his father said no, actually you're wrong on that part, because your father said that Alfred's in charge. He said it on numerous occasions. And Aethelwald was maybe he was just confused or something, but he's like, nah, he wasn't confused. He told everyone. So you'd be wise to not talk against Alfred and such. Although I think he's still kind of plotting against Alfred in the background somewhere. I feel like eventually, if something isn't done with Aethelwald, he's gonna be a problem, and he's gonna end up probably joining forces with Kjartan and Sven, because we know how annoying those two can be. Well, I haven't seen anything on Kjartan and Sven. Apparently, both Kjartan and Sven is living the good life right now. I don't even know what happened to Ragnar's daughter. Is she still good? Unfortunately, I don't know if she's a slave or she's become the wife to Sven. We'll probably find out later in the seasons as we continue, or we'll probably find out within this season. But yeah, this show is becoming so good, y'all. I'm really enjoying this show. And then there's the other guy that works for Alfred. He's kind of like his right hand man in a way. Because Alfred said Uhtred's gonna teach some of the Saxons the way of the Vikings, how they think and their tactics and how they fight and such. And his right hand man was like, with all due respect, I don't want to be taught by this dude. like how to fight and such. They've got this little beef going, but at the same time, I can kind of see them kind of having like a brotherly bond. Well, not a brotherly bond, but they're I feel like they're gonna be good friends in the near future or something like that. Because at first it started off like the guy didn't like him, he was taking digs, but now he's kind of like giving him advice and such. And meanwhile, Brita was just never for the Saxons and such, and she just never wanted to join forces with them. So Brita was just kind of like she followed Uhtred everywhere he went, but she wasn't ever for the Saxons, if that makes sense. So Brita was, I apologize for that. Brita was she was kind of, she took a little like herbal remedy or something to give her visions of what's going on right now. She like fully adopted the Viking religion or nature or something like that, and she got a vision of young Ragnar, like her on young Ragnar's boat. At first I thought the vision was like to tell her that young Ragnar was on his way back to England, but it was actually a vision of her leaving with young Ragnar. And she told Uhtred this, and she was like, Uhtred should come with her, like they can go with young Ragnar back to Ireland. I think it was Ireland that he raided at the time. And Uhtred was like, no, I can't. I made this promise to Alfred, because Alfred said he wants to give Uhtred a wife, which in turn will lead him to gaining land and like basically building up his legacy, kind of in a way, in Babenber, if he's successful with the things that he's gonna help Alfred with, because Alfred then wanted him to stay on for a year, and he made this promise to Alfred that he would stay on for a year and such. So when young Ragnar eventually showed up, like they spoke it out, and at first Ragnar was a bit cautious. He was asking Uhtred, did you really kill my father? Were you the one that did it? And Uhtred was like, he threw his sword down and was like, if you believe that, I give you permission to kill me. So young Ragnar understood that it wasn't Uhtred, and he said, you guys can come back with me, help take revenge on Kjartan for what he did to Ragnar. But Uhtred explained to young Ragnar that he made this promise to Alfred, and he said he wants to have this vengeance like he's thirst for water, but he made this promise to Alfred that he'll help him out for a year, and he'll help him out for a year, and then he'll join forces with young Ragnar. But a lot can happen in a year, so we'll see how that goes. What else? Brita and Ragnar left in the end. Brita did tell Uhtred about her dream at one point. She did say that she left with young Ragnar alone. Uhtred was not in that vision, and this has come true as to the promise that he made to Alfred. She also was pregnant, and she had a miscarriage, I think. She lost her child very, very early or something. Not entirely sure what happened to the kid. She didn't even know she was pregnant. But they kind of buried her unborn child. But what else happened? Alfred made some good negotiations with Ubba and Guthrum. He told them like they need to go back to London, or I think it was London. They said like take their ships and such, and he'll pay them a good ransom of money for them to just like clear off for a while or something. And Ubba is one that he wasn't listening. Like, I mean, they both wasn't listening. They wanted to leave with Uhtred's head. They're like, we will leave with your silver and with Uhtred's head, the traitor as they called him. Obviously, I can understand why they would call him a traitor now, because now he has joined forces with Alfred, but he kind of had no choice. Alfred is the king, by the way, now that Aethelred has passed away. So yeah, he kind of didn't have a choice when they give him no choice but to join forces with Alfred. And what's the priest's name? The priest, what's his name? Father Bjarke. Is it Bjarke or Bjarke? Like he's always been saying good things about Alfred and such. So Uhtred says if Father Bjarke trusts in Alfred, then so will he. Like the guy has never been wrong about people, and so far Alfred is showing that he's a good person. So yeah, they eventually accepted the demands of Alfred. Well, was it the demands? The way he negotiated, he said, yeah, you guys can leave. I will make sure you guys are paid well to clear off. But you're not going to take Uhtred's head, because he sees a lot of value in Uhtred. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in episode 4. And I'm loving the show, y'all. This show is just amazing. So, yeah, let's get into... The Last Kingdom Season 1 Episode 4. Let's get into this. I just kinda said that twice. I just realized. But let's get into this.
That woman is a lady, and you are a heathen.
Have you been watching me, Otter the boy?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be marrying you.
He must really not think much of Uhtred.
Then I'll marry the girl. And tonight, I'll plough her.
You're impossible to reason with. Everything is a game.
That is Otter's sister that he's marrying, right? That is what his father promised to Alfred in the previous episode. I could be wrong.
How much was the bride price?
33 pieces.
Oh, it's his godfather. It's her godfather. So it's not his sister.
Blood feuds last a lifetime. What you do, Arsling, is you keep living each day until the last.
He's gonna keep calling him that, isn't he?
The priest has arrived, finally. Let's get this done.
I think she's gonna be beautiful and loyal to this man. She's no breeder, but she is beautiful.
We're now joined as man and wife in the eyes of God. Tears of joy.
That's not tears of joy. She can see herself marrying a Dane, even though he's not a Dane, but she didn't see herself marrying like someone who's not like a Saxon really anymore, if that makes sense.
I'm a lucky man.
None suitable, Lord.
My name's Uhtred. Call me Uhtred.
Arsling!
I like this dude. What is his name? Like the guy that keeps calling him that.
Danes.
Then why have you drawn your sword?
Sure,
Just
at
in
least
case.
one of them will die.
They're Guthrum's men.
Was he struck by her?
He was indeed.
He was, Lord.
My father wanted to find favor with God. So he devoted a tenth of his land to the church. So the bishop took my father to law. Quite beyond his ability to pay.
How much?
The amount owed is 2,000 shillings, Lord.
Welcome home. And may we offer our good wishes on your marriage. We have prepared a table, Lord, for your pleasure.
You have my thanks, but we're tired.
Yeah, Uhtred's gonna have to learn to adapt to these ways again. He can't live everything the Viking way. He's gotta show some respect to his people, and if he wants to get respect back.
I'm 2,000 shillings in debt to the church, and you hand out silver to your tenants. Your farmstead master.
His name is Oswald.
He'll need to be watched.
Good night, lady. Arsling.
He's never gonna call him Uhtred.
How many pieces of silver did you receive?
18.
Should be
Is that correct?
36, shouldn't it?
The price was 33. That price is your security, and you'll have it, all of it.
Yeah, she's no breeder. Like, I wonder how Breeder would have adapted to this life, but she wouldn't have had, he wouldn't have had all this land Also, he would be in Ireland if he went with Ragnar. But yeah, he's gonna have to learn to like show some sort of respect to the people as well. Like in order to get respect, you gotta give respect.
You have a good heart. Gifting your silver. Though I was blinded by you.
God has made me your wife. There must be a reason.
I mean, at least there's some sort of mutual respect between the two. It's not like she doesn't want to be here. She has fallen for Uhtred, and Uhtred has kind of fallen for her. So, like I said, she's no breeder. She's not a fighter like Breeder, but I feel like she will become quite powerful in the future. Mildred. Dang, pregnant already.
A never-ending line of Danes on the march.
If they keep going to the west, in a day or so they'll come to the fortress at Wareham.
I wonder if this is gonna affect Breeder in some sort of way if she sees that Uhtred's got a kid and everything.
I was not told you were here. How pleasing to see you. And so much of you. Is he ready?
Yeah. So we're looking at what, roughly like 9 months, 8 months has passed. Because I mean, if it was not 9 months, the kid would have been here by now.
A warrior can only die once. Why die in vain? But they're not being watched.
We have been watching the ships which remain on the Thames.
My advice is that we march without delay.
Wareham will struggle to hold them back.
Council is over. Ealdorman of Wessex, prepare your men.
You owe my wife half of her bride price.
Is this true? Pay him.
Stay plotting in the background and keeps failing every time.
If they come, don't shelter in a church or none. You go to the hills, the woods.
I'm kind of hoping that young Ragnar and Uhtred don't meet each other on the battlefield because of the close bond that they had growing up alongside Breeder. I don't want Breeder to be on the battlefield either because, well, she was in a relationship with Uhtred.
My Lady Elswyd, happy to see you and to see you looking as you do.
And I prayed for you each day. Poor thing. Living with the man they foisted onto you. The pagan. But with luck, he will fall in battle. And soon.
Yo, this Alfred's wife is just a hater. Like she don't want to give nobody a chance. Just be hating on everybody.
What is it you wish to speak about with the king?
It's between myself and the king.
Either the brother of Ubba has been killed there, which would be irrelevant but for the fact that Ubba wishes to avenge him personally. With Ubba now in Ireland, Guthrum must now decide whether he will fight alone.
Though I never would have married her had I known I'd owe 2,000 shillings.
Which increases yearly. Sacrifice and penance are what separate us from the heathen. It is my intention that all landowners shall contribute to the feeding of this army and its commanders.